In this video, I want to talk about the 5 things that I learned this year in 2022 for print on demand. Let's go. Thanks for joining me on this video. My name is Juna with Detour Shirts. I've been designing and selling t-shirts online since 2005, and in this video I wanted to talk about the things that I learned this year for print on demand, that is 2022, kind of looking at the year, retrospective, looking at what worked this year, and hopefully using the things that I learned this year for next year and years to come. So hopefully these same principles will apply to you, the things that I learned in print on demand. I think you can use it as well. So I'm going to give you my top 5 takeaways for 2022, and hopefully it will help you increase your sales as it did help me in 2022. So let's get started. These are in no particular order. So the first thing I wanted to share with you that I learned in 2022 is that designs that do the best for me were designs that sold a year ago or I uploaded a year or 2 ago. So some of my best selling designs this year were designs that I put in a year or 2 ago, some of even longer. So not the ones that I just put in a month ago or 3 months ago. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be constantly uploading your designs, because the ones that are going to be doing well next year will be the ones you're putting in right now. So you're going to still want to upload designs over and over again, but at least for me, and especially for the Halloween designs where I made a lot of sales, most of those sales came from things that I uploaded a year or 2 ago. So some of my best sellers are still the best sellers, and they continue to make me more and more money. But that's a big takeaway, because a lot of people think that, you know, if I put in designs right now, I'm gonna make some sales next month or a month after, which isn't necessarily true. It's a long road, and so it's going to take you a year or two to kind of ramp up, and which is good because you're going to add a lot of those designs right now, and then in a year or two you're going to do it. So that's good to know, because you may not want to give up right away. You might want to give this a year or two, the print on demand business, a year or two for you to ramp up and actually get a lot of those sales. So a big tip for you guys just starting out: don't give up in 3 months, 6 months. You're going to want to wait a year or two, and you'll see a big increase. At least for me, it happened, a big increase in sales that way. So continue to upload, continue to upload. Don't get discouraged of not getting sales right away. Just wait on it, and you'll be very surprised. So the second thing that I learned in 2022 that I wanted to share with you is the power of other graphic design apps. So before 2022, most of my YouTube videos were about Affinity Designer, and Affinity Designer is still great. They have a version 2. I still need to make some tutorials for that. But what I started to do in 2022 is do tutorials for Canva and for Kittl, and those two really ramped up and really helped me make a lot more designs in 2022, because you're not starting from scratch. You're starting with graphics there, or in some cases with templates with Kittl. And so these apps really help me speed up and get a lot more designs onto Merch by Amazon and Redbubble and TeePublic and all those other ones. So you probably saw the 31 designs that I made in October. A lot of those were made with Canva and Kittl and things like that, where I could do it really easily. So that's one thing that I learned, is that you can hand draw stuff, and that's still pretty good. But if you want to do stuff in a pinch, you want to do stuff really quick, maybe on an iPad, and get something out really quick for next year, you can do that with apps like Kittl, apps like Canva, apps like Vexels, and other things like that. So I have a ton of videos on that. I'll have a lot of playlists for Canva and Kittl. I'll be continue to adding more and more for that, for you to learn those things. But that's one big takeaway, is you don't have to start from scratch. You can start with graphics and things like that, just to speed you up and get you more uploads for 2023. So the third thing that I learned in 2022 is that you need to increase prices, or at least I know I needed to increase prices. I don't know what your prices are, but I increased prices in 2022, and that helped a lot. And there's multiple reasons for this. First, the economy. Everybody, we saw that Amazon is actually increasing their prices in 2023. So if you haven't increased them yet before 2023, I would suggest you increase your prices, just to make sure that you get at least the same amount or more than what you got before in 2022, before they increased their prices in 2023. All the other pod sites are probably increasing their prices too if they haven't already. And so that is a big reason to increase your prices. Another big reason to increase prices is for ads. So if you're doing ads on Amazon, you might want to increase your prices just to make up for the ads that you have on there. And I think I feel a lot better when I'm putting ads on products that make me $5, $6, $7 per sale, right? Instead of putting ads on products that only make me $2 per sale or $3 per sale. So that's a big takeaway for me. I learned this from the interview that I did with Cameron, who's selling a lot of thousands and thousands of sales, and he has his prices, at least his hoodies and t-shirts are a lot higher than what mine was, and I increased mine after that interview, and I noticed that I'm still getting a lot of sales. So love that tip. I'm sharing that with you. I'm putting my hoodies, for example, at $34.99, $33.99, and I'm still getting some sales. I have my t-shirts on Amazon at $19.99. I'm probably going to increase it to $20.99, $21.99 next year when the prices go up for Amazon as well. So increase your prices. You're just going to have to do it not only to keep competitive, but just to make sure that you're getting what you got before and not getting less in 2023 because everybody else is raising their prices. So that's a big takeaway in 2022, and that is to increase your prices and adjust it to match. So the fourth big thing that I learned in 2022 is related to the one that I just said about increases prices, and that is ads. And this is more specifically for Amazon and Amazon ads. This is something that really helped me in October. I think I showed that in one of my videos. If I have it right here, where I showed about the ads that I spent on in October and how it really helped get more sales. And I've continued to do that for Q4 with November and December, and they've helped a lot with sales. So you still have to watch it. I wouldn't say just put it on there and let it go. So Amazon ads you can kind of track, and what's really nice is that you can see if it's doing well or it's not doing well, and you can adjust and do that. And Cameron's really good about that. I have that video of his right here and links to his stuff, but I'm learning it more and more on how to do this with lottery ads and other ads like that. And I think it's really helping. And again, it helps with the increase of price too. So if you're increasing your hoodies, for example, and getting $7 per sale, it's pretty good when you're spending, $2 or $3 a day on those and getting 2 or 3 sales where you're still making a profit even after the ads. So ads do really well, especially on Merch by Amazon. If you don't have Merch by Amazon, I don't know how well the ads are doing, like Facebook ads. I haven't tried those or any other ads for the other pod sites, but this one specifically for Amazon ads, and it's a great way to get more sales and get more visibility. And not only is it helping with your immediate sales, but because your BSRs are getting lower and lower, you may get some organic traffic as well, just being on some other pages and things like that. So this is a great tip for 2022 and beyond, is to try Amazon ads if you haven't already. Start low and learn how to use it. So my takeaway number 5, my final takeaway for this video for 2022 is about these 3 right here. Redbubble, Merch by Amazon, and TeePublic. It used to be that Redbubble was my number 2 design or print-on-demand site, and now TeePublic is actually my number 2. I have about the same amount of designs on both, and TeePublic now makes more than Redbubble. Let me show you this. So here are my totals for Redbubble and TeePublic for this year, for 2022. You can see Redbubble only $26.20 and TeePublic $43.13. So almost double on TeePublic. They have about the same designs. In fact, TeePublic has less designs than Redbubble does. I think there's several reasons why TeePublic is doing better, but before I show you and explain those, I wanted to show you this. You may be interested in, like, where is my Amazon sales, since these are the top 3, and these are it for the year. So you can see Amazon by far is number 1, but TeePublic and Redbubble are kind of close together. And one thing that's interesting in here that I noticed is if we kind of just take those numbers, and this is just for me, not for everybody, but for me, Redbubble is like $2.39 per design, $4.28 per design on TeePublic, and Amazon $10. And the reason I think Amazon is so high is there's so many different reasons for that, but I think ads really help. I kind of have more designs on there, so I kind of know their style now, and so I really do that a lot better, as well as scale designs work a lot better on Amazon. So there's a lot of factors why Amazon just does so much better for me, because I've figured that out. But getting back to TeePublic, why does TeePublic do a lot better than Redbubble for me? I think there's a couple of reasons why TeePublic is doing better for me than Redbubble. And first, it's because Redbubble and TeePublic have different audiences. And I think I've figured out at least the TeePublic audience matches more closely to Amazon. So if you're getting a lot of sales on Amazon, but not on Redbubble, you might want to try TeePublic, because I think those audiences are a lot closer together than Redbubble and Amazon. Another reason why I think TeePublic is doing a lot better for me is they have a lot of affiliate sales as well. So there's multiple ways to make sales on TeePublic, and that is with they have sales, of course, that do that, but they also have a way for you to get affiliate sales from other shops and other designs. So look into that. Look into TeePublic if you're not doing that already. You can also bulk upload designs on TeePublic. So there's a lot of good stuff on there with tags and things like that for TeePublic. Even though TeePublic has a set price where you're only making $4 per t-shirt and $2 on a sale, where Redbubble you can upload or increase that amount, TeePublic still seems to get more sales and more profit for me, at least for me again in 2022. So I'm going to continue to upload more and more to TeePublic now that it's my second one, and hopefully if you haven't done TeePublic or have TeePublic but haven't uploaded to that, I would encourage you to do more and more with TeePublic if you don't already have Amazon. So Amazon's still my number one. I would say focus bulk of your time for that one, but the second one should be TeePublic for you, at least if you're doing well on Amazon. So that's my big takeaway for my number 5 big takeaway for 2022, and that is make sure that you put some designs on TeePublic and watch those grow. So here's a really quick overview for the 5 things that I learned in 2022. I hope that these will help you in 2023, and I hope that we all get more and more sales in the years to come. So that is it for this video. Hopefully this video was super helpful for you. If it was, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button right there. The question of the day for this video is, what did you learn in 2022? Share that with the group if you like to. Hopefully it helps somebody else as well. Leave that in the comments. Thanks again for watching. And if you want to see more videos on what to do for print on demand, click on these videos right here. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.